how long did it take for you to come to the UK?
So in my case, I started exploring options to move to the UK sometime in September, and kind of contacted you through your website. We chatted a bit over WhatsApp. And finally, I think when I filled a questionnaire, which you had asked for, once we were ready, we scheduled our first call, I think, if I recall, in October, early October. Then I signed up to be a client, and obviously was onboarded by your team. And I was given a set of documents to fill out so they could understand the profile. There were certain know your customer requirements. And I think in all, I started the application process mid-October. And I was able to successfully apply for the application in December in Dubai at the VFS UK counter. And I've successfully got my visa in the first week of January, on the 5th of January, I think, to be exact. Then we flew into the UK on the first week of February to collect our BRPs, which is the biometric residence permit. To me, it was amazing and a really fast period of, I think, 3 months. And despite Christmas, despite all the breaks that we encountered, I think overall, I think it was the fastest. I had no expectations of getting it in 3 months. I was more looking at like a 6-month horizon. But I think the key to the whole process was just being on track with all the paperwork and just responding timely to whatever information is required to be given. But yeah, I think your team fantastically kept me on track and made sure that all the documents and all the requirements were fulfilled.
Thanks, that's great to hear. And in terms of you and your family, you're coming with your family to the UK. Would you be able to talk about your experience with that side of the project?
So could you repeat that? Share my experience?
Yeah, sorry, would you be able to talk about your experience with that side of the project and your family coming to the UK with you?
Yes. So obviously, I'm married and I have 2 young children, 9 and 6, and it is generally a tough decision when you're looking to move anywhere with young children. And so we applied together as a family. We decided that it's best to go together and kind of figure out the lay of the land. So we did visit when we came to collect our BRPs. We spent an extra week just familiarizing ourselves with, just London in general. We visited before, but this was more from a perspective of living now. We visited as tourists, which is obviously very different. So we actually spent a couple of weeks living in a suburb near Richmond and just driving around UK, going to different parts of the UK, just trying to understand. Met up with some old friends. Obviously, you look up online, you check up property sites. And I mean, the whole process was, I think, pretty seamless. And I think I was amazed by the way everything is so connected in the UK. And I know some of the UK nationals and the British people do complain about it, but in general, I found it an extremely pleasant experience. And now just looking forward to get started.
That's great. And would you be able to talk about, in general terms, your business plans for the UK? What you'll be looking to do on the business front?
So I've always had this idea of creating a software as a service business, which is related to democratizing the reviews online and making sure that what people are buying and purchasing are from credible businesses and websites. And that's an area I've always been interested in. And a lot of people call it reputation management or reviews management. We're on the verge of creating this platform which will allow businesses to get more trust and credibility with their consumers. And at the same time, consumers being also relieved in a way that they're buying from businesses which are trusted. And this was a business plan that I've had and I've been working on, and it was still endorsed by an endorsing body, part of the Innovator Visa program. And that's what I continue to work on with my team.
That's great to hear. And in terms of your experience working with me and using our services, what's your reaction?
Since I'm in the business of reviews and reputation, I would give you almost a 10 on 10. I think my experience has been fantastic. right from the beginning when I contacted you. I mean, generally, I've seen law firms and lawyers that I've also contacted in the UK not respond. So I was pretty surprised that I got a very quick response from you. And I was actually able to book a time with you just to understand my situation. So for a change, I found an actually practicing successful lawyer talking to me. And that put me at ease to begin with. And then obviously checked your website and some of the stuff that people are saying about you. I went to your corporate website as well to see your credentials. I think overall the experience has been fantastic. Even your support team, I mean, I've worked with all fantastic, kept the application on track, made sure that whatever is required was communicated to me on time, because in any immigration process, it's the documentation which matters. And even though I had a tough time getting my banking statements in the right format, I think that was the only delay that I saw in the whole process. And I think your team was really helpful in even helping me come up with different types of formats which may be acceptable to my bank in this region. And it worked great. One of them were accepted by the bank's legal team, and eventually we were able to roll that out. But fantastic experience overall, I would say, Tom.
Thank you very much. That's great to hear, and of course, it was a great pleasure working with you and continuing to support you.